Hey guys, this is math for Wednesday, May 6th, and let me just help you understand again. Today, Math 65, I am once again teaching two lessons. So I am teaching lesson 131 and lesson 132. You will only have practice problems and homework on lesson 132. Okay, and then Math 76, you will be on 130 today. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. All right, we usually do not write remainders with decimal division problems. The procedure we will follow for now is to continue dividing until there's no remainder at all. So we just keep dividing and dividing and dividing until it becomes an even number. For example, if we have 6/10 divided by 5, okay? Remember that the first number goes on the inside, the decimal point goes straight up, and then we're gonna divide. So the first number goes on the inside because it is our dividend. And then our divisor goes here. We know that our decimal point goes straight up. That's what we learned yesterday. So let's start dividing this. Okay, 5 goes into 0, 0 times. 5 goes into 6, 1 time. 5 times 1 is 5. Subtract 6 minus 5 is 1. Now, we are not going to have a remainder, so we're going to keep dividing, meaning I'm going to add a 0 to bring down. Because this does not change the value of my number, but it will help me so I don't have a remainder in my decimal. So I bring that down. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10, so I am left with no remainder, and that's exactly what we want. Let's try another one. Let's try 3/10 divided by 4. So 3/10 divided by 4. Our first number goes inside our division. We know that we bring the decimal point straight up, okay? 4 goes into 0, 0 times. 4 goes into 3, 0 times. Then we're going to add another 0. 4 goes into 30. How many times? 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So I subtract 30 minus 28 is 2. We don't want a remainder, so we're going to keep going. Add another 0. We're just going to keep adding zeros until this comes out even. 4 goes into 20. 5 times 4 is 20. No remainder. There we go. So we have our answer. So just keep adding zeros until you come out with a 0, so no remainder. Okay, the next lesson, we've talked about this a lot with Math 76, and you guys have done this a lot in mental math. Dividing decimal numbers by 10, 100, and 1,000. Dividing makes a number smaller. So we've obviously talked about multiplying by these numbers, but dividing makes a number smaller. So if we have 3 and 4/10 divided by 10, remember when it was multiplication, we just said, oh, 1 0, I make it bigger. This, you say 1 0, I make it smaller by 1. So which way can I move my decimal to make this number smaller? If I move it to the right side, that makes it 34. 34 is bigger than 3.4. If I move it to the left, that makes it 0.34, which is smaller. So remember, to move it to the left, we're going to make it smaller. So however many zeros are in the number, that's how many places you bump it over to the left to make it smaller. So let's try another one. Let's try 3.5 divided by 100. So I look and I say, well, that has 2 zeros. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it smaller by 1, 2 bumps. I put my decimal point there and I add in a 0 for any blank spaces. So my answer is then 0.35. Okay, all right. So this has tons of practice problems. I just want you guys to do B, D, F, H, J, L, so the ones on the right side. So B through L, just the right side of the column for practice problems. Let me know if you have any questions. Those were both two very quick lessons, but we really have been doing these all year long with Math 76. And so you have 132, which again is even. So you have 132 even or all, depending on what you got on your test. And then you will have number 15. Your extra problem is number 15. Let me know if you have any questions on any of these things. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we will not be having a math test this week, but all corrections need to be turned in by Monday. We will be having a test next week, and I want math corrections turned in. Well, I mean, you need to be turning them every day. So you should be turning in as soon as I give you math corrections. You turn those in before you turn in your next assignment, corrections, and then assignment, so we can stay on top of things, so you can stay on top of things before the test. And Mrs. Millard has asked that I, not next week, but the week after, give you the test for the next math book to see where you place in that. So we want to make sure we have any questions or problems worked out before then. All right, so we are in lesson 130 for Math 76. This is finding the area of a circle. So we've estimated the areas of circles, right, by kind of counting and then multiplying it by a number for pi. In this lesson, we're going to learn another method to calculate the area of a circle. To find the area of a circle, we must first find the area of a square that could be drawn on the radius of the circle. So let me show you what that means. Okay. This circle has a radius of 10 millimeters, okay? So we took and we drew a square. Now we know a square has the same side lengths for all of it. So 10 times 10 equals what? It equals 100 millimeters, and we square it, right? Remember what anytime we find the area, we square it. The area of this circle is exactly equal to the area of the pi of these squares. To find the area of the circle, we multiply the area by the square, area of the square by pi. So we first found the area of the square, then we're going to multiply that by pi, which actually goes exactly with what we've been learning in Math 65. So what do I do here? Well, multiplication makes a number bigger. These zeros, there are 2, so I'm going to bump this and make it bigger by 2. Therefore, I'm going to have 314, and then we keep the same label, millimeters squared, and that is the area of this circle. Let's try another one. Okay, say the radius of a circle is 3 centimeters. What is the area of the circle? So we know that if we have a circle and we have this square, a square has both sides even, or all sides even because it's a square. So if we have 3 millimeters, then we know if we have 3 millimeters here for our radius, we're going to have 3 millimeters here. Sorry, was it millimeters? Centimeters, sorry, centimeters. So 3 times 3 equals 9 centimeters squared. Remember, we have 2 centimeters, so we square them. Then we multiply that by pi, okay? So we're going to say 3.14 times 9 centimeters squared. We're going to multiply that out. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3, 12. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28. Okay, so we have 28, 26, and then we have to bring down our centimeters squared. We have 2 decimal points, so we need to start over here and bump 1, 2. So I'm left with 28 and 26 hundredths centimeters squared is the area of my circle. Okay, remember radius is like our bone, right? It's the halfway point. So we're going to square it. So we're going to multiply it by itself to find the area of the square. Now, what if they give you a diameter? Diameter means we went all the way across. So if they did that, then you first need to half it to find the radius and then multiply it by the squared of the radius. So let's try one of those. So if they say the diameter is 2 feet, okay, that's telling us that all the way across is 2 feet. So what is half of 2 feet? 1 feet, 1 foot. Okay, so 1 foot times 1 foot equals 1 foot squared. 1 foot squared times 3.14, because we always multiply it by pi, equals 3.14 feet squared. Okay, so I want you guys to do A, C, and D for practice problems. Then you have set 130, which is even. And you have either even or all, depending on your tests score. And number 18 is included, so you don't have any extra problems. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you need help on yesterday's corrections, please let me know.